Are we sharing? Am I sharing? I
Yeah.
am sharing. Okay. All right. So I want to just preface this whole kind of webinar today is really starting the year off strong, staying top of mind. So Natalie was talking about all of the automated things, set it and forget it. If you've taken, I think we had, Natalie, we should find the other automated webinar too and send that out. We did a webinar, I think it might have been in August, that goes through the significance of staying top of mind with your sphere and how many people really just use the agent that has reached out to them most recently. So Natalie showed you how to do that with all of the Howard Hanna tools, but there's a lot of other ways to do that now, especially with social media. And this half of the class is really going to be more about just getting content to constantly post something once a day. And we're gonna discuss some options with that. So when we say automated, that means that Howard Hanna Marketing, our marketing team, actually has been with numerous awards. So we have a ton of people that are out there to help you and really know what they're doing. They create automated. There's creations on Howard Hanna's market share, your listings, your sales, different types of blog posts. So a lot of times people say, I don't have enough content to keep this up. Well, Howard Hanna is going to provide that for you. So I'm going to go through where you can get a lot of this information. The first thing that everyone should be aware of is every Monday, Howard Hanna Marketing is sending out an email called Enhance, and it's just content for you all. It's literally different GIFs, different images, different blog posts that you can just click, save, and use that. So you don't even have to think of different content. You have that every Monday. Excuse me. Okay, the next thing is every time I teach a social media class, I always share my calendar and everyone always asks for a copy of it. This is just an example. This isn't the end all be all. Everyone should create their own calendar for sure. But here are some just ideas of what one post could be every day. And again, I apologize if I'm redundant for those who have already taken a class with me, but there's two types of marketing that you need to be aware of when you are doing social media marketing. There's inbound content and there's outbound content. And the most significant thing that you're going to take from this entire class would be you need to make sure that 80% of your posts are inbound or outbound content. And that means so for every 10 posts, 8 posts need to be something that no matter who is in the market to buy or sell, they're going to find that post meaningful. So we can't just keep targeting buyers and sellers because after they buy or sell, they're going to unfollow you on Facebook or they're going to block you on some type of social media. And that's not doing what we want it to do, right? So we want someone to think of you as the neighborhood expert. They want to see content that makes them keep coming back. So the day that they do need to buy or sell, they think, oh, who's that agent that I see all the time? It's Kate LaSour. I suggest that everyone just creates a calendar. If you've taken a class with me, I always say your homework assignment is, and this would be your homework assignment, make a social media calendar of content that's specific to you. If you're a big dog person, maybe every Wednesday you do a picture with the dog. I mean, it does not necessarily have to be real estate related. You just want it to be something that people want to see. And if you look at people's posts when you go through your own Facebook or your own Instagram, what are you most drawn to? Do you look for those posts from the agent that say just sold, just sold, just sold? No, we probably think that's spam and we get a little annoyed. Okay, so this calendar is available. You can screenshot, we can send it out, but I do think it's important to create your own type of calendar. All right, next question I typically get. So I gave you all of that, or I gave you that little calendar idea, and then there's actual content ideas. Market updates, the easiest one, and we can discuss this after, or you should know how to do this now that you just saw Natalie's post. Market updates, you can do video content of neighborhood news. And I think I've said this on almost every class I've taught. You can actually have neighborhood news sent to your email, and maybe every Monday, the first Monday of the month, you do a Market Monday minute update, and you are just reading part of the neighborhood news. Here's your Monday market update for 44122. And you go through and you explain everything that's going on. People who live in 44122, whether they're in the market, going to be in the market, just bought a house, whatever it is, they're going to want to see that. All right. Upload live videos as a seller. What do you expect? Different interior design trends. And I'm going to go through that as well. Content sites you can use, blog.howardhanna.com is by far the most significant. We're going to share that. And then Enhance, I had mentioned, is another great one that's coming from Howard Hanna. So let's do this. I saw a lot of chats, Natalie. Is it people telling me to slow down?
No, it is they just saying that they love Enhance. Excellent way to start 2021.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I got nervous because as soon as I started talking, I saw these chat things and I was like, oh, I'm going too fast. I knew it. Okay. So first thing we're going to discuss is just sharing something from the blog. So I already brought up, yes, this is it. So this is the one that came out right before New Year's, and it's about home gyms. Okay. So I'm going to do this because I'm going to say New Year's resolutions. I'm just going to click on this. And it's going to bring me to the blog post. And something that everyone needs to be aware of when it comes to sharing. So this little share, this Facebook F, it's going to be on almost every site you could imagine. You want to make sure that you're sharing to your business page. So it's going to default to my personal page. So up here, where it says shared a newsfeed or story, I'm going to just change to a page I manage. Then I'm going to go to the page that I manage. And this is very important. So Natalie spent part of that earlier session saying, you know, you never just want to automatically share something. Yes, all of these things are automatically created for you or sent out automatically. But if I'm a buyer or a seller and I keep seeing the same posts, I'm probably not going to be that interested. You need to add a little piece of your own personality, your own self. So I'm just going to say something, you know, what a great way to hit that New Year's resolution, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to spell things right. And I'm just going to keep going and then I'll do my hashtags, whatever. But just this tiny little anecdote that you've written is going to make people more likely to follow your post than someone else's. All right. Don't worry. We will get to Instagram. So there's blog posts right there. Very simple.
You do have a question?
Yes.
While we are on Enhance, if someone is not receiving an Enhance email, who should they touch base with?
Send an email directly to marketing.howardhanna.com. They might have unsubscribed at some point because it's a constant contact email. So they would have to just re-add them and then they should get them again.
And will you be sharing that list of content websites afterwards?
It's actually already on GoHanna. Everything, I don't know if people took my social media marketing in a virtual world, but there is a webinar out there. It was a Wednesday webinar from during beginning of COVID. And there was a ton of social media content, sites, hashtags, and all of those are downloaded on a folder on GoHanna, which will eventually show up. I can show them after. Just what other questions do we have coming up?
We have, where do I go to get the Hanna blog?
Yeah, okay, so I just clicked it directly from Enhance. So I just clicked from here and it got me there, but very simple. It's just blog.howardhanna.com. I would just suggest everyone, I'm gonna put this in the chat right now, just bookmark it. And if there's a day where you're like, I haven't posted something online in a while, I'm gonna use something from the Howard Hanna site. There you go. I mean, right now there's probably a ton of options for you. So I'll click on the blog. Extravagant kitchens, how to budget for a new home. I mean, there's options for everything. You can actually just search different keywords and you will find content no matter what. I promise there's something out there that you're able to share.
Okay. You share to your, if you share to your business page, does it also go to your personal page?
Okay, so this is a great question. So it does not. I'm going to go to my business page right now. And the reason why I'm going to share to my business page first is because Howard Hanna is in my title. So that means that in every single post that I have, Howard Hanna Training and Education, I'm giving credit to the broker in every post. Okay. So what I want to do from here is I'm going to actually click. Let's say I wanted to share this to my personal page. I'm sharing to my business page, so I make sure I'm compliant with advertising. I'm going to go to my change who I'm interacting as down here. I'm going to click share and then share to newsfeed. And then it should pop up down here. And I want to include, typically I want to include the original post. So now this is on my personal page. It includes my business account. So another great way to get people to want to start following me is they're going to see my business account. Maybe they'll click that and follow it.
All right. Is there a way to schedule blog posts to a future date?
Yes. So that's actually that's one of the last things I was going to show, just because it's a little bit more complex, but I can certainly do it right now. Okay. So this question came up a ton during the earlier webinar that I did last April. And I actually had used Hootsuite and was kind of grandfathered into a very low price. So what I found yesterday was an app called later.com. So I'm going to just put this in the chat as well. This is totally free. I've already made my account. I actually made it 2 days ago. This is a scheduling app that if you use Google Chrome, and I hope everyone on this webinar has Google Chrome or at least is going to download it, because Google Chrome is what works on all of our Moxie products, but it has a plugin so that you can actually share blog posts. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to click on a blog post that I want to share. All right, and then once you've downloaded, so this is a little bit more advanced, and I can do this. I'll make a tech tip on this if people are interested. But once you go to app.later.com, it's going to ask if you want to do all the different plugins. If you want to do a plugin for Giphy, which you do, we're going to get to Giphy. If you want to do a plugin for to share from outside sites, and you do, you want to turn all of them on. If it asks if you want to turn it on, just click yes. Because once I do that, I right click, and then this little button right here, you can barely see it, but that's an L. It's the later icon. I'm going to click that, and it's going to actually show me that I can download this to my later dashboard. All right, and I'm just going to click add to library. So now that should be added. I go back to later. And here it is. I would just drag this blog post. Let's say I wanted to go out Thursday, not at 4 a.m. Let's go to a regular time here. All right, let's say I want to go out Thursday at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. I just drag it, and I can change whatever caption I want, whatever. And then I just hit save, and this will now show up on my my Facebook page. So that is a great question. What I suggest people to do, and part of this whole webinar is really just preparing for the year ahead, because you're going to get busy in March and April and May. So what you can just remember to do, just start making it part of your daily activity or your Monday activity. I'm going to click on one of my Howard Hanna Enhance blog posts. I'm going to right click. I'm going to add it to my later library. And then just go through the same motions. This is really great if you want to share like an image to more than one site. But if everyone has a Facebook business page, so before I leave later, let me just say, I do think this is a very important tool. If you are someone who is looking to work on your social media marketing, to download this, again, it is free. But I do think another option for those people who might not want to go as advanced as this, or maybe this is a little scary, you can take this link. So instead of using this share option, you can just copy this link. And then on my Facebook page, if you have a business page, you're going to have publishing tools over here. If I click that, it will show up soon. Maybe it's telling me to slow down. So from the publishing tools, there is an option when you click on that to create your post. Something should show up. There we go. So I want to create a post. All right. I'm going to put, oh, oops. This should work. So this should pull the picture. Things are moving kind of slow here. But on this page, I'm on publishing tools. This little blue button will let you click schedule post. And then I could pick when I want to have it scheduled out. So you can't go as far as later. You can go, you know, what is that, 3 months? So you can time block, you know, the first Monday of the month up to 3 months. If you have posts, you know, a mortgage minute or a tip on something, you can just go through and schedule out 3 months in advance. It's a very long-winded answer. Are there any other questions coming up, Natalie?
There are.
Oh dear.
Why is that doing that every time I start? There are a lot of questions.
Okay.
Again, just a reminder for everyone, as she said, posting on your business page first, you should be in compliance to all the state laws about advertising. And so that's why we say do that there before your personal page, and why we say to have a business page. On that, they also asked, can you have non-agent assistants post on your page for you?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Actually, I get that question a lot. People always ask me if I know of anyone that does this. I mean, there are a ton of businesses out there, but if you have a college kid or a high school kid or someone that you can just say, hey, I just need a post a day, and they'll plan it out for you. I mean, you don't have to do anything.
Yep. And then also just talking about maybe how many tags do you use or hashtags do you use per post, and then ideal composition with mixed content based on like personal and business. What's your recommendation on how much personal life versus how much business related articles?
Okay, so hashtags are getting more popular on Facebook, but that's definitely not the main platform that you'd want to use hashtags on. Hashtags are definitely more significant on Instagram. There is a post on, or there's a document on Gohanna called Real Estate Hashtags. I tell people, I mean, if you're on Instagram, from articles that I've read, about 11 hashtags work pretty well. You want them to be you know, broad to get more followers, but then specific so that you're able to kind of hone in on a niche there for yourself. So if you had like green gold sold, home happens here, I don't know, Cleveland real estate, hashtag Shaker Heights, hashtag Kate sold, hashtag master bedroom or something. You know, you could do as many as you want. I suggest that you make a notes in your notes section. If you have an iPhone, I'm sure this is on Androids as well. If you have a note section, I would just make a list of all of the hashtags. So if it's like a new listing, if it's a housing tip, and actually have it already typed up so you can just go in, copy and paste it. Next question was a great question about how would I divide up personal and business posts. So on my personal page, I do my personal page. It is very personal. I tend to not do or befriend a lot of people for work on my personal, but if I had used it, if I'm using them a little bit differently, I think every other personal post that you're sharing, I mean, even if it's like a family vacation or I don't know, like a fun like family dinner, you can post it on your business page. one of the most important things about inbound marketing is showing relatable posts and kind of a more authentic humanistic side. I think what realtors tend to do, especially those who've been in the business for a while, is they think that to market themselves, they need to show all of their credentials. They need to show all of their listed homes, all of their sales, all of their testimonials. And NAR actually in last year's NAR report came out with stats that millennials and a little bit younger, those who are typically buying and selling right now the most, they don't really care about those credentials. They want to feel more attached. They've grown up with social media, with online communication, and a lot of them probably graduated in a pretty terrible economy. And a degree and credentials, that doesn't mean as much as just being someone who they can relate with. So keep that in mind with your posts. Whatever you're comfortable sharing about your personal life, within reason, obviously feel free to share it on your business page as well. Was that the last question?
Yeah. I don't know why that's doing that. The next one, we're moving on to Instagram, and how do you include a link that can be clicked on Instagram?
So, okay, you can't. Okay, we're getting all over the board now, but okay. So, Instagram does not allow you, oh, come on. Instagram does not allow you to post a link on a post. The only place that you're able to do that is on your bio. So I don't know if anyone's on Instagram a lot, but you always see, you know, click link in bio. Well, what if you have a lot of different links that you want to share? You all want to download an app called Linktree. And Linktree is one link that has lots of links attached to it. So I'm going to show my phone here in a moment. I just want to make sure that we're done with all the computer stuff before we get to that point. So my only link on my Instagram is Linktree. But if you click that, there should be a lot of others. So, oh, this is from before I did the Wednesday webinars. Okay, so this is a bunch of other things that I have linked. So if I ever wanted to do a post about like a YouTube video that I created, I could say click link in bio, and then they would know, oh, there's the YouTube channel. So that is just a very quick answer to the Linktree. You can create the Linktree on your computer, and then when you edit your Instagram, you would click to add Linktree to your bio. All right, I do want to make sure that we are done with all of the. Oh, the last thing I wanted to show you. Actually, it wasn't the last thing. A few other things that I just wanted to quickly go over is the Giphy page that Howard Hanna's created. So these are all GIFs that are under Giphy.com, Howard Hanna. You can download these. You can add these to your later app. You can add them on Facebook. You can put them on Instagram. But you definitely want to have these. They make kind of more fun, interactive posts. And then the last thing I wanted to show you, which one is it? Crud. Oh, here it is. Okay. So then the last thing I wanted to show everyone, and this is another thing that you should bookmark. So under documents in GoHanna, under documents, and then marketing, and then digital marketing, and then social media. There is a social media graphic for everything you could think of. Again, this is all about content creation and making sure you are top of mind. I'm going to click on social media graphics and videos. I think I am. While that's loading, I do suggest that everyone. Oh, was there another question, Natalie?
Yes, can you run through that string again? Documents, marketing, social marketing?
Yeah, so it's actually, I'm gonna do it right now. So documents and then marketing.
Mhm.
And then I think it's under social media marketing. I always get to it from an enhance. So all social media graphics, I click this button. It's going to take me to the social media graphics for that month, but then you can just go back one on the link. I'll show you. Okay, so documents, marketing, digital marketing, and then social media. And then I'm gonna click social media graphics and videos. And then I'm just gonna click evergreen. I don't know what would be included in here, but we will find out. Good neighbor tips. Perfect. I can schedule these out for the entire year if I need to. So let's do wave. That sounds nice. So if I wanted to keep this, I'm just going to click save image as. This is if I don't have later in this case, but I'm going to save image as. And I tell everyone on my classes to make a folder called marketing materials. And then just all the different images that you might want to use at one point. And you could do this. I mean, this is mindless work. You could just save while you're, and this one was wave, right? Neighbor wave. You could just do this while you're watching TV. I'm going to click save. And now the one day that I ran out of content, I can just go to my social media marketing folder, find something and just post it. All right, I think I'm going to share my phone now, as long as there are no more questions. I think I have, what, 5 minutes here? All right, so, come on. All right, so there's my iPhone with a lot of red buttons. It's going to make me anxious. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to suggest everyone does. So I'm going to just go to my business self. Okay, so I'm on Kate Lasold. Remember that link tree that I had mentioned? So that's just when you click on edit profile and then website, you would just put that in there once you create your link tree. That is free as well. All right, so that's a great way for every single post to just say add, see link in bio. All right, I'll click done. And then I want to just point out a few things when it comes to engagement. So some of the easiest posts that you're going to be able to do are story posts. And there is a webinar on this. It's actually 2 hours, but it's all on Instagram. The kind of final half is a lot more on these stories. But the little plus sign that's under my name, if I click that, I can actually see in this bottom corner, my computer's going to freak out on me. This bottom corner is actually my camera roll. Okay, so here's some things in my camera roll. And I found this online and I just screenshot it. This is Sherwin-Williams color of the month, or actually I think it's color of the year. And this is a post that, again, anyone would be interested in, right? But I'm going to make it more interactive. And this is what people should really become more familiar with on Instagram. At the top, we see the down arrow, that's to download and save. And then I see the little, smiley face filter. Then there's the link. And then there's the picture at the top. I wish I could draw on this, but the square face. Okay, so this is like the button you're going to want to press on almost all of your posts. And I'm going to scroll down, and one of these options is going to just say poll. It's a great way to engage your followers. I'm going to put, what do we think of the Sherwin-Williams color of the year? And then I'm going to put, love it or hate it. All right, so I put that down there, and then I just want to remind people that I work with Howard Hanna. So I'm just going to search Howard Hanna, and I'll find some fun posts. This will work for now. Not very Howard Hanna-y, but all right, I'm going to just share that, and now I'm going to click at the bottom where you see. So Karen, I'm going to answer your question right now. So I've already linked my Facebook business and Instagram business. And lucky for you all, if you have a Facebook business, you just have to sync them. And it's very simple. At the bottom, if you notice, it says your stories in the bottom left. You see my little icon for my Kate Lasold. And then there's the Facebook F. That's going to share to both. And now, if you guys follow me, you can actually take that little quiz. I am going to do that one more time. Okay, So right now people are always like, well, that blue button's gone. I'm going to click on my face again to get to that story. And then at the top, the top left, pay attention to the little me. It has that blue plus again. I'm going to click it. I'm going to go back to my post. And I actually just painted this color. This is Sherwin-Williams Waterloo. And I'm just going to put this one down here now. No. What do you think of my new cabinet color?
Can you
All
do
right.
that part slower where you got that polling
Yes.
thing?
Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna do it all the way from the beginning, okay? So I'm on my page. I'm gonna click on my, how am I getting to this page on my phone? Okay, so we're just gonna go from the way beginning. All right, so I'm opening Instagram. All right, I'm clicking. I think I just got 7 new followers from this webinar. Thank you, 7 people. All right, I'm gonna click on my little face, and then I'm gonna click on my face again. I'm gonna click on that plus. So I can take a photo of my fairly messy office right now. All right, or in the bottom left-hand corner, there's this little thumbnail. And I can't get, because I'm not the host, I can't get the little drawy thing, but all right, there's this little thumbnail that we're at the bottom left. I'm gonna click on that and it brings up all my photos. So if you've taken photos on your phone, you have video, whatever, and then I'm gonna click on the one that I like. So this is all of my photos. All right, so I'm gonna click on this one that I just took actually this morning, and I'm gonna click at the top. There's all those options. There's the X, there's the download, there's the filter, there's a link, there's a square face with a little thing up the kind of corner turned, a drawing button, and then text. All right, I'm gonna click on the square face. That's the one you wanna click all the time. And I'm scrolling down to see all these cool options. And I'm gonna click this one. All right. And maybe I want to change the little face to be thumbs up. I'm just going to go through and do that. All right. Just move that around. I'm using my 2 fingers to move that around. Again, if you want more on Instagram, there is a webinar just trying to show content ideas now. And then I'm going to put, I guess I shouldn't probably change the filter too much, but, you know, like I could put, you know, message me for the color. All right, and I'll just put that down there. Now they're reaching out to me. And as always, I want to do some fun, like I'm just going to search for gifts. I'm just going to put like love it. And this guy's he likes it. He's fun. So he's clapping at me, right? I'm just going to click at the bottom, share stories. And now you all can actually answer those questions. The cool thing about it is once I get to that first one, I can click on the, once people actually view it, so let me pause this here. Once people view it, you'll start seeing at the bottom left, a different number of people that have seen it, and then I can actually share their responses. I've done this before. I don't know if anyone has followed me, but when I was showing houses, I actually did a post. I found a bat in the basement and I took a picture of it and I put it online and I said, what's the crazy realtors share the craziest thing you've ever seen when showing a house? And I got great posts and people were asking to see it. It was really, again, engaging. A lot of this is thinking of the content, fun ideas to get people to want to follow you. Okay, I saw a question. Why story, not post? Okay, so the story is going to let people engage. So that's why I prefer stories. The other thing is the story is only going to stay. I made a salad yesterday and posted it. So I think people are enjoying my salad. No, those are all for my, okay, my phone's going to start to blow up here. So what I would suggest, the stories are more significant for trying to get engagement. And then because they actually will go away after 24 hours, remember the inbound, outbound marketing content, I said 80% should be inbound and 20% could be outbound. Well, someone's story, they actually have to click on your picture to see your story. So if you want to make that much more real estate, that doesn't have to be the 80-20. You could take a picture of a just listed home and then put that online. That doesn't necessarily have to be so much inbound content. It's a great way to get people to engage though, and they can actually skip through it. So it doesn't look like when I click on my profile, I don't want this to just be real estate stuff. I want to show my friends. I want to show my, my niece. All right. These are things I want to show video, my house, fun stuff going on in my life that just makes it look again more humanistic and authentic. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my phone because it's gonna. Any more questions on Instagram at least?
They're asking, is it possible to do polls on Facebook, or do you have to go through Instagram, then share it?
Go through Instagram.
Then when you search Howard Hanna, a lot of gifts come up. Some of them are personalized. Do you know how they are created?
Yeah, you can make your own Giphy account. If you go to Giphy.com, you can make it and then share those. It's basically taking like a photo and then on Giphy, and I can actually do a tech tip on this eventually. I'll just have to find some photos. You take a couple still photos and then you can have like your head shake or like thumbs up, and you can make yourself dancing. You could do one next to your sign, but you do have to make an account. And I've made a gift before. It is free as well. We're only 5 minutes past our time. I don't think that was too bad. Are there any more questions for me? So for those of you on this webinar, I think we can probably just send that. I think we're going to send the content, the calendar, right? Some other options. And there is the one thing I didn't mention is Lala Point and Impress are also automatic creation tools. So this is under automated market share. You can share a video. This is on my Facebook page if you want to see it. You can share a video of different bar graphs moving for Howard Hanna's success compared to other brokerages. And then Impress, once you have a listing, you will get an email from Impress with all of this marketing material. The social media stuff is all free. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for all the nice words. I think I answered all of the questions.
All right.
All right. Any other questions for us, or are we good? I hope you guys can spend the rest of your afternoon getting your e-cards together, sending out your campaigns, and scheduling out your Facebook and Instagram posts.
Bye, guys.